Offensive coordinator Justin Roper, the last time you and I did one of these it was at the spring game, and it was still a situation where you were trying to get comfortable with your personnel or anything. What's your comfort level now after the first day of actual fall practice?
It's good. There's still some newer components because we had a few guys out for spring. So, Luke Shiflett, Wayne Anderson. We had a couple guys that were limited in the spring that we really didn't get to work with. So, and a couple new guys coming in. So we still have 10 or 12 guys that I haven't even really worked with yet, and a couple new freshmen. So it's still always a first day jitters and trying to get the energy out from the excitement. And over the next few days we'll figure out who's going to be making plays for us and who we can rely on and all those things.
I guess maybe the bigger question of the guys that were around in the spring, what's their comfort level with you now?
Probably more so now. They're not trying to figure me out. A lot of guys are like, what can I get away with, or is he going to be this type of coach and all those things. So there's a comfortability with just questions that are asked, how they talk to coaches and vice versa. And I think there's also a comfortability from myself with the assistant coaches because we'd work together more now. So I can I don't have to micromanage anything. I can like those coaches, they handle it, and we'll handle the big things that need to be handled. So it's about good conversation.
The quarterback position obviously is the one that everybody is going to be focusing on outside of the team and maybe even inside the team as well. It seems like I don't think it seems. There's more depth, quality depth, than there's been there in years. How does this battle shape up as far as you're concerned?
We'll let it play out. I'm a very patient guy on that respect. I like to have guys fight and work and earn things and fail. So one of the things I told them today, and it was really all of them, I said, at some point I'm going to put you in a situation in camp where you're very uncomfortable. I said, Carson, true freshman, I said, I'm going to put you with the ones at some point today, and you won't know, and you'll have to deal with that. And it's not going to be perfect, but you have to allow them to get over the shock and fail a little bit and realize that, okay, it's not that bad, we'll correct. And then the same thing with the older guys. I'll put them in certain circumstances where they have to do something that's an uphill battle, or play with a really young O-line and have to lead them and make smart decisions. So that's what it's about, especially for the first week for me, and then who becomes the most consistent in eliminating mistakes.
And I guess the biggest thing, whether it's quarterback or any position on the field, when you've got competition and players pushing one another, that makes everybody better.
There's no issue. There's no downside to great competition. You get people pushing each other. You get depth. And you realize, we can play more than one person. I've played more than one quarterback. So we're not scared about those. Those are good situations to have. You never want to have a huge discrepancy from your first guy to your second guy. That means you have recruited, developed well, and used people very well. So I think we have some depth up front. We can play multiple people. We have some good running backs. We have some depth at receiver, and multiple different types of tight ends. And we're in a good spot. We got to keep them healthy and develop as much as we can.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Sir.